My name is Jannette.
And my name is Marcus. And together we are
AfriRopa.
AfriRopa, yes.
So, hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
Fine. I'm fine. Today I feel like telling you a story about how I grew up in Africa. Are you going to tell me a story about how you grew up in Europe?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm listening.
I think I have never told you this story, that growing up in Africa or in Kenya where I am was not the easiest thing. You know, you just see this grown girl.
In the village, yeah.
Yes, and you just, you know, when people meet in the cities, they forget where they come from, or sometimes they don't tell stories about where they came from. And today I felt like telling you my story when growing up.
Okay, okay. Go ahead, yes.
In a nutshell, it was not an easy life, and I grew up in the village. That's where I was born, in Kenya, in the countryside.
In the village, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you grew up in a village something like 50, 60 kilometers north of Nairobi, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And I want to tell you that the girl you see here went through hell when growing up. But anyway, I was not the only one. During our days, it was usual for us girls to grow up going to the river to fetch water, going to the forest to fetch firewood, cooking with the three stones, what you call it, what? A fire from the three stones kitchen?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And our pots would be black, so we never used to wash our pots on the outside.
Yeah.
Our cooking pots. We just used
because they were black
scrub
from the fire and soot anyways, yes.
Yes,
yeah.
And our moms, because they were, if it were today, I would call them hustlers, but I don't want to mention that name. But they were just humble family. It was just we were just a humble family. We were not wealthy.
But you had a patch of land at least that
Yes.
kind of provided the necessary food,
The food,
right?
yes.
Yeah, and some coffee to trade with probably.
No, that time we did not have coffee. I remember my parents planted coffee when we were in high school.
Oh, okay, okay. So
there
not
were coffee
childhood,
estates
yes.
in my area.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And the poorest of the poor families used to go and harvest coffee to be paid in the coffee estates that were previously owned by the white man.
Yes, yeah, uh-huh.
So there was that truck that was coming to ferry harvesters to go and harvest, and in the evening they are paid for harvesting, and that is what the poor families used to do. I don't want to say that I ever went to those coffee estates to harvest coffee, but to pluck coffee.
Yeah.
The word is pluck, but we were not wealthy, but our parents at least were teachers.
Yeah.
So they provided for our daily needs.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up also, with the meager salary of my dad's salary was as a teacher was not enough to educate and feed all the six of us, because we were six in the family. So it wasn't easy, and we had to chipping in, not financially, but by doing some household work. As I said, fetching water, fetching firewood, and washing clothes by hand in the river. We used to go and wash clothes in the river, and it was fun. It was fun washing clothes in the river. And you know, when you wash in the river, do you know? Let me just tell you how it used to be, because I used to love that kind of washing. You could go into the river with some dirty clothes, and you look for a stone. You know, in the river there are big stones.
Yes, yes.
And by the
round ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you could just go apply soap, but it used to be a bar soap. Apply soap on the outfit that you want to wash, and then you could just bang it onto the block. Like this, it produces the foam from the soap, and then rinse. You just put it in the waters that is flowing in the river. You just put it in the water like this, and then you hang it by the riverbed.
In the sun.
In the sun. So by the time you're finishing the washing, some of the clothes are already dry. and now you fold your clothes. And I remember those days that hey, this story is going to be so sweet. Are you gonna be having time to tell me about your German story? Because
maybe then another time. I don't know. I mean, depending on how long that story is gonna go.
Mine is exciting.
Yeah. Or is that just you just want to tell us how life was?
Yes.
Or is there
but let me
some
just
kind
finish
of
up with this one of
story?
washing
Okay.
clothes.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Because I by the time you have hung your clothes, maybe I'll make it shorter after this.
Yeah.
By the time I finish washing, some of the clothes that I hung are already dry.
Yes. Yeah.
Or almost dry. And then I start fold. But before I start folding them up, I dip myself in the river and start swimming.
Yeah.
So that I'm clean also. You know, in this case I have washed myself and I'm clean. I've swum in the river. And now what I do is I fetch my jerrycan of water, which I'll have to carry home.
Up the hill.
Up the hill. And now with my folded clothes in another bag, on top of the jerrycan of water, and I go up that hill. I'm sure I've taken you to the village, so you know how hilly that place is.
Yes.
And I go home with clean clothes.
Yeah.
My body is clean, hoping that, or thinking that it is clean, although I have sweat when coming up the hill.
Yeah.
And then I reach home, and my mom is happy that I've washed clothes, I've washed myself, and I have fetched water.
That's a sweet story in a way. I mean, that is like, you know, of course, different times. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely different times they were. I guess you can still find that, probably not here in Kenya, maybe so in some rural areas you may still find these kind of communities. But a lot have changed. I mean, come on, that is something like 50 years ago. What you are talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. When you were a child, so that's about 50 years ago. A lot of things have changed, of course. It was a different country then. I think, I mean, we watched some videos about Nairobi, how it looked like in the 70s.
Yes.
Buildings are still recognizable, they are still there. Some of the first high-rises were even there already at that time.
Yes.
But altogether, the population was, maybe it was the size of what today's Nakuru is, what Nairobi used to be 50 years ago.
Oh, Nakuru is a big town. No, it was much not of the class of Nakuru.
It was smaller than that?
Smaller, yes.
Okay.
Nakuru is a big town.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking of the village anyway.
We were talking about the village. No, I just want to put it a little bit into the context.
Yeah.
So the viewers know what we are talking about, which time we were talking about, and that was definitely a different time. Yeah. So, and tell me, did you go all these 7 years, did you go to the same school?
Yes, all the 7 years I was in the same school, and I remember repeating a class. In class 7.
Okay.
Not because I had failed, I had done my KCPE, and I don't know why I caught up with my brother, my elder brother, because we sat for the same exam in KCPE in class 7, and it happened that my brother was very sharp.
Yeah.
Those days the aggregate used to be 36 points. Can you imagine he got 35 out of 36 points?
That is excellent, yes, that's as good as it gets. Yeah.
Yes, and he was invited in a very nice national school.
Okay, yeah.
But I was in the same class with him, and I didn't do as good as him, but I was also above average.
And still you had to repeat the class?
I had to repeat because my parents could not have afforded to take both of us to high school.
To high school.
It was expensive for the humble families to.
So what is the age difference between you and your older brother?
2 years.
2 years, and you were doing the same class, and you
yes, I don't know where I caught up with him because
in Form 7 in the same year.
In the same year. This means I was a sharp girl, don't you see?
You must have been a sharp. I mean, this is just jumping 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah? That's a lot, yeah. And that's why they said, okay, since they didn't have the money to pay high school
For
fees
both
for
of
the
us.
two of you,
And I'm the young one,
you
I
were
had to
already
repeat.
ahead. You were already ahead, so they said it doesn't hurt her to do the year once more.
Yes.
Okay.
And
yeah.
it was me who would have repeated, because he was older than me, and
Yeah.
he had excelled. So I was asked to repeat, and you can imagine repeating a class for a whole 1 year
It's very
when you
boring,
knew
huh?
that you had passed.
It's very boring.
It was very boring. It demoralized me. Let me tell you
So
that
have
I
you
never
been-
performed well.
Have you been mischievous then? I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Out of boredom, yeah.
Yes, but I never even performed better. Do you know the same points that I had gotten?
Yeah.
I had 28 points out of 36.
Yeah, okay.
I still got them even the year that I repeated. I still got 28.
Yeah, I mean,
But those
okay,
points were...
yeah. No, I can understand that
Because
you
I
were
was not
just
happy.
bored and asking yourself, what is it good for?
Yes, and
Yeah.
you know now, as Christian kids, we were meant to understand we have to obey our parents and, you know, understand them. So I understood my parents, I went and repeated.
Yeah.
I got the points, and I now was called to, again I was called to a boarding school. I was invited to a boarding school,
Mhm.
which was, you know, having been receiving a letter of invitation
Yeah.
to a Form 1.
How old were you then?
I think I was 13.
13, okay. So
Yeah.
that's when you moved over to high school.
So I went to high school when I was 13.
Okay, and that was a
I had
Catholic-
finished when I was 12,
Catholic boarding
class
school.
7, yes.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
you start the school at 7, you go for 7 years.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be 14, but I was at 13.
Because
And
you
that
had-
is why
You had jumped 2 years, and then you had to repeat 1 year, so you
Yeah.
were still 1 year ahead.
yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yes, that's the time now I went to the boarding school, and now I started my boarding life as a mature adult. Should I call myself adult? No, not
Teenager.
at 18. I was teenager.
Teenager.
as
Yes,
as a
yeah,
teenager,
yeah.
it was fun. Boarding school, that would be a story for another day. But in a nutshell, that's how it was.
That's how it was. Okay.
Yeah.
But the most striking thing is, and I guess that's is you were happy. You had a happy childhood,
Yes.
even though there was not much
Yes.
altogether. It was a simple life. Those were
Very
simpler
simple.
simpler days altogether.
Yes. Yeah.
And still you were happy and you came out just fine. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
look at yourself. So for that, well,
Yeah.
that's very good. Yes. Yeah.
And I
yeah.
still see children at home whenever I visit there in the village that go to the same school that I was going to. Okay, my days we used to walk to school without shoes,
Yes.
but these days I see all the children that go to that school or to those schools in the village, they wear shoes, but
Yeah. Yeah.
they're still wearing the same uniform I used to wear.
The same colors.
The same colors.
Yeah.
And I envy them. Okay, the classrooms have changed.
Of course.
As I visited
mean,
that school,
yeah.
I saw like the classrooms have changed. There are many these days. We never used to have 2 streams, but now I think there are like 4 streams in a class.
Yeah.
So the
yeah.
school is big.
Mhm.
But that was my life as a small young girl growing up in the village.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But that sounds like, again, that sounds like a happy childhood altogether. So there isn't anything
No
wrong with that.
regrets. I
Yeah,
still
there isn't
thank God for
anything
that
wrong with
upbringing.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if you're gonna tell me a story about yourself in the next video.
I can do in the next video, definitely not
grew
now.
up.
We are running out of time. Yeah. One thing, apart from you being happy and growing up, what I can see still is, and I think that resonates wherever you go. Yeah. If you are growing up as a child in the village or a small town or something like this,
Yeah.
usually that gives the kids more freedom and they can experience more you know, nature around them and do things, yeah,
Yes, yeah.
than what is ever possible in a big city, where the kids are really constrained. And they were, even back in the day, kids were constrained growing up in the cities, yeah, because it's dangerous.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and growing up in a small town or in a village, well, yes, what could possibly happen? You could be stung by a bee. Maybe that was the biggest danger you had to face, right?
Yes, and I don't know if there's any person who grew up in the village that was never stung by a bee.
Yeah. That's part
My
of
story,
the
which looking forward to hearing yours in the next video, and
I will.
we
Yeah,
will
yeah.
edit up there.
Sure, okay.
See you in the next video.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah, bye.